Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserredux as the CSA. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, of course, hey, let's push against specific front because that's literally the only front we're allowed to do anymore. Don't select any of these options because they don't actually help us. And I want crippling strikes at this point to kind of go away, which it has. Fantastic, because I want a war against the Canadians, I think. Because once we deploy our entire arsenal against Canada, I should have deployed these guys a little bit closer to the front, to be honest, but, you know, it is what it is. But of course, the AI might just still not attack into us. That's still an entire viability that they might not even want to engage in combat. Because, again, they have not that many men. Like, how many troops does France have? Not a ton. CNT is not looking great, unfortunately. Like, it would be nice for, Canada get involved in a war somewhere. I just don't know where that war would be. Let's build some, stuff in, way deep in our territory. Let's still attack the militias. The Ottoman Empire is going to be killed. That's completely okay. Just trying to look. I mean, Bulgaria, they're doing pretty well. They'll probably actually get the Romanians to capitulate soon. Like, I was thinking, if Delhi were to get involved in a war, the Canadians might get distracted by that. Also, where are my aircraft? I mean, they're not really where they need to be. Fly over Texas instead. I mean, actually, no, you're still in the Deep South for at least a little while longer. How many casualties have we taken so far? Peace conferences have been in effect. Who's won? The Ottoman Empire has given up. That is not a surprise. But we're at 5,000 to 24,000 losses. I would consider that to be, you know, pretty decent, all things considered. But I think we do just want to kind of bide our time. Because, like, actually, a lot of your volunteers, 1, 2, 3 of them are in the Entente. So that's a handful of volunteers that are basically just going to disappear once the war begins. Also, you guys here, very aggressively attack as soon as you're able to. And let it be known that there will be no peace with the Entente. Absolutely not. Okay, we'll make some kind of pushes around the border. I don't want to do anything that's too extreme. Omaha does have a lot of units in it. But again, I don't want to take too many casualties. And this is a large border. Like, that is a monstrous border. But if we get Canada to become socialist, would be really nice for us. Just saying. Because, like, what are these things here? Next step. Of course, we probably want a friendship with Mexico. No reason to go otherwise. South Virginia is now on our side. But, like, what? Like, this option here is so much larger than it is in vanilla. So I'm not even too sure if we'd actually want to join the Entente or join the Internationale or not. So, Canada, what is your plan? Like, be ready. Like, I'm ready to invade you. Like, I have no qualms about an invasion force into your country. Like, I am ready. But again, the Pacific States want to do a little bit more of a balanced approach here. Yeah, well, we are making some gains. Let's see if we can take our way into Houston. I'm guessing you're pushing against the Cynic Cliffs, which makes sense because it's the only option you have left. Do we take Omaha? I think we did take against you, though, so that's nice. No, Omaha... Actually, no, Omaha looks like it's a little bit less defended now than it was. Let's do some more pushes. But again, none of this is core territory. Actually, no, it is core territory. Ha! Tricked you. Funny joke. 41,000 against 115,000. But your manpower is substantially worse than ours. And I'm assuming our industrial base is also just better than yours. I would have to take a guess and imagine so. You have... Well, you have 32 to... You have about 40 military factories. So, yeah, I have about almost twice as many military factories as you do. which means I can outproduce you a lot. A lot. Yellow, actually, I don't think I want you attacking. I think yellow just kind of sits still. At least for right now. I'm also going to draw your fallback line just so you don't get confused over here. Like, what if I just fight a war against you? 15 days? Actually, why is it so fast? Like, I honestly wouldn't even mind attacking the Canadians first. Like, trying to get in our, the first strike. Could be beneficial. You know, strike towards Toronto and towards Ottawa just with extreme speeds. Because if you, like, if you're not going to attack us, right, how many divisions do I have? I have 60, 84. I've got like 100 divisions on the Canadian border right now. And I can't just have them sit there doing nothing, right? Like, they need to be accomplishing something of value. So again, yeah, if Canada, Brazil joined the Entente, that's fine, I think. I'm not worried about that. Cuba did join up with the Rex Pact, but again, that's not a big deal either. So you know what? No. Canada, if you're not going to invade us, I'm going to invade you. It might seem stupid, and it might be stupid. But I think, again, like, if you're not going to make the first move, I have to make the first move. Because I can't have all these troops just being on your border for no reason. Because I mean, it's only 10 days. The Black Legion has been wounded. Beautiful. Can I train more units? No, 200. I think 200 is actually the maximum. While we're on war economy. So yeah, but we'll never actually be allowed to build more troops unless we stop being on war economy. Oh, they've intervened. Oh, fantastic. So I will just... I was going to cancel it, but we don't actually need to. Okay, the French are in the war. New England might not actually even join the war. Like, that's entirely a possibility. But you guys are going to get some good work done. Like, we are surrounded. Portugal's joined. I just don't know if New England... I mean, we can declare war on New England whatever the hell we want. Because they are a puppet state. But we do probably actually need to prepare for some naval invasions as well. Yeah, we have our cause of belly against you, but again, that's not really going to make too much of a difference. And again, no peace. I refuse professionalization of the army. What do you actually give us? I mean, some bonuses is not bad. Artillery attack, and you know, that's nice. Who the hell was that? Trinidad and Tobago? Okay, I guess they're just an independent country. Apparently you guys are very, very well defended. Oh, you're not even all attacking at the same time. So if you're not even all attacking at the same time, there's no reason for you to be engaging in combat quite yet. Just stay on that front line until the Canadians get a little bit squeamish about stuff. We'll have a small group of units defending this border. One of our leaders has been wounded, but that's okay. Do you think Yellow Army could get too much done? They feel somewhat confident. So, I mean, if you want to try it, like, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to draw a fallback line here. Let's say 3 divisions stay here. And just don't engage with the Canadians at all. Just sit there and kind of just, like, watch them. See what they're up to. Because again, when Canada dies, all of this border will need to be defended by the PSA, and there's no way they can do that. Right? Like, that's an impossibility. There's no way in hell. So we do need to be weary of that. Because once we get further up here as well, the AI... Or has been restored to Tennessee. Beautiful. I'm trying to think, like, how... New England. You don't have a lot of men. I mean, their entire faction probably has less troops than we do. Which I feel is, like, kind of important to note. Yeah, but we have a lot of men on this front. Like, Canada, I was ready for this war. I don't know if you were, but I was. You only have 10,000 manpower? How the hell were you expecting on winning this war, my dude? Russia's declared war on Estonia, so once again, they're going to be getting out of the war. But you are getting pretty close to the Reichspakt border, so that's something that you probably do need to worry about. Norway, of course, is going to get killed at some point in the future. Just don't even worry about that. Kentucky has restored order. If anything, I'm actually surprised that the Canadians... I think one of our agents was captured. Bit unfortunate, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. I just, like... I don't want to risk a war against... Not risk a war. I just don't want to risk too many casualties against the PSA. I'm fine with a stalemate there for however long there needs to be one. Do you connect here? You don't. And I don't think... Could get a hell of intelligence. You know what? I think that gives you an extra slot. Might as well spend our political power on that. You know, while we're in the neighborhood. And I wonder if it'd actually be a good idea to... Apparently we already have air superiority here. Well, that's nice. But I think it makes sense for us to put more superiority in this area. So we want to dominate the Entente. One, it also removes an entire faction from the Second Weltkrieg that our allies in Europe will not have to worry about. How are you guys doing? At 120, you don't have air superiority. Can you connect here? I don't think so. But we want to kind of make our way along the coastline here. Just trying to think, like, how do I am still worried about naval invasions. That is definitely one of those things that could detract us in the future. By the way, also, you guys, just be on regular battle plans. Naval combat. Get nothing about, can you actually make your way here? No. So I am getting a little bit more information about what's actually on the other side of the border. So once we take Buffalo, these three divisions can definitely deploy up towards the north as well. Canada, we've already gotten them down to 81%. Or it's been restored to Maryland. Why does it take so long to actually get you to capitulate? The volunteer. It's probably like something that's actually hidden from us because of the goddamn UI issues. Which again, I'm not too sure why they're there. I mean, we're making gains. So yeah, we want these guys to kind of keep pushing their way up the coast. Because once New England capitulates, we're going to be looking okay. I mean, you guys just say you feel confident. Like, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just that I think it's incredibly, incredibly risky. Okay, you guys have made your way through here. Blue Army, your job is to make your way across the front, or across the coastline, I should say. Capture all these locations. Some of you guys go here to reinforce. And Teal will kind of march their way up more northwards as well. Yeah, so you're actually doing fine. The Senate unit's up here as well. Like, we've taken 173,000 casualties, but, I mean, we're weakening the Entente a pretty decent amount. Can you go over to here? Not quite, but I mean, New England, Boston's fallen, getting them down to capitulation. So now all of you are now completely. What part of like surrounding all this do you not understand? All of you are now completely surrounded. You absolute buffoons, I would say. But I think Brown Army probably needs to go on this entire front line first. Also, yeah, you guys will now deploy your way up back towards the north. But I think the rest of you are kind of fine where you are. That, again, this is a lot of Entente troops that we have kind of just encircled. You will probably unencircle yourself soon, but I mean, just getting Boston killed so quickly is a victory in and of itself. How much manpower do you guys have? Still more than I would like. Unfortunately, I think you are going to connect your borders again. Unless I focus... So say maybe there's like some way we can get this to work. I don't think so, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure you are going to free yourselves, which you have now just done. But Orange Army, do not come over here. Your job is still in this location. I do want to... I wanted to just recruit the white box, but apparently that is... Oh, you're already over here. Dismiss that operative because I cannot click on his face. Which I would consider that to be maybe an issue when it comes to spying. Is that you typically want to... When you're such a good spy that even the people who hire you have no idea who the hell you are, that's good spy work, I would say. For sure. I know there's some supply issues, but that should resolve itself in time. See if we can get some surrounds on you. Canada, let's just say it's a bad time to be you. Yeah, so naval invasion. This is something I was worried about. We can probably pull 4 units off this front without too much of a disturbance to the overall kind of power of the front, I guess you could say. Like, how are you guys up here doing? You are moving troops away from this line. So yellow, I think this is actually going to be the time when you want to try to strike, if you can. Now Hungary, now everybody's declared war in Austria, which again is kind of to be expected. It's what we saw last time. But actually, you're now going to be at war with the entirety of the Reichspakt, so that's probably less likely to see you guys succeed. But you know, let's see what happens. Also, Orange, your job is, hey, push your way towards Montreal. Every single major Canadian city. I think Purple, again, we want some very, very aggressive moves from you. But once this pocket's kind of cleaned up, yeah, you need to come here. I know that they have a landing site now, which is not great. Who won, the Carlist? Yeah, unfortunately, the Carlist did win. They're also going to join the Entente in just a mere moment. So I think Orange, I want you to attack and again be very aggressive. You're going to march straight to Montreal. You're going to march straight to Quebec City. March to Fredericton. March to Halifax. Again, we knew that naval invasions were a possibility. So I'm not going to like beat myself up over it that we did get landed. Because we knew it could happen, right? Like this is not new information. But I'm just going to say that we're doing a pretty stellar job when it comes to winning these wars. Yes, you're on your way to Quebec City. And yeah, I want you guys dead. It's a pretty simple request from you. Because once you're dead, we can start using these troops in a, different combat situation. Probably focusing them back on the front lines with the Pacific States. And Austria's declared war on the French. Not what I would have done, to be quite honest, but you know what? You do you. Yeah, we can't do this till the dust settles, so I guess we'll just focus on our Air Force next. Yeah, let's maintain flexibility. Flexibility in our military doctrine seems like a good choice. Yeah, go here and then move to Montreal. But actually, it means actually the Reichspact's now going to be at war with the French as well. Because Austria declared war. I mean, probably, right? Like, that's a little bit strange, I will say. Yeah, France actually already making troops moving, like, have some troop movement here. So how's that going to play out? I have no idea. But I guess we're going to be finding out soon. I mean, it probably means that our allies and our volunteers probably are going to be going away. As unfortunate as that is. I mean, we are doing completely fine on this front here. Yeah, so please take out these guys. There's another naval invasion apparently in the mid-Atlantic, but I'm not so worried about that. Because as Montreal fallen, we've got Canada down to 63%. And again, I'm fine trying to kill them off completely. You know, just like a 100% death rate for the Canadians. I mean, it means we'll probably be at war with the Entente forever. But we were going to be at war with the Entente at some point regardless. So, I mean, it's not like things change too much by this development. Okay, another naval invasion up towards the north. Again, it's kind of what we expected. I'm fine taking, let's say, you guys. Or a fallback line probably around New York City. We'll see where they land. Like, again, it's not that big of a deal. How's Yellow doing, by the way? They are getting some movement in here now. I think you guys actually are losing some ground, though, which I'm not... Yeah, they landed in New York City. Yeah, let's come here and kill those guys. Let's recruit somebody who has a face and send them... Let's send them to Texas. Let's see if we can get some information off those guys. I don't like that you're losing ground, though. Like, Pacific States. I mean, I actually lost a decent amount of our victory points here just because they took New York City. But, I mean, they're not going to hold New York City for very long. So, yeah, war with France now? No, France is actually just at war with Austria. Do you, like... You might have a modifier where you don't want to call in any of your allies. Like, that is a possibility there. And I think I'm going to have you guys just go back to your regular battle plan. But I think that at least for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks for watching, my Swam. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. Not enjoy, thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.